Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Mr. Fisherman 123. Today I'll be making a video on my top 5 favorite spring bass fishing lures. So let's just jump right into it. Number 1, and we'll put it in order from best to worst, even though they're all great. I'd say my number 1 is the Rattle Trap. Shoot a close shot on that right there. This one right here is a Rapala Rippin' Rap. It's in a craw color, which is probably the best for spring as well. That red craw color. They seem to love red in the spring. So that would be number 1 right there. I've had amazing luck on these, pulling in bass after bass, cast after cast at times when they're just super hungry and they're being very reactive. So they see this rattle trap fly by them, or they hear it fly by them, they're gonna be, hungry and angry, hangry as they call it. But now that one right there, I'll say number 2 is probably a craw or creature type bait. For me, I chose this Googan bait, Bandito bug, my absolute favorite for bed fishing, which is in the spring. So this is definitely up there. This can get the hardest, finickiest bass off of their bed and get them to bite on their bed. So I love the Bandito bag. I've worked bass for like 30 minutes plus on their bed that I could just tell that if I get them angry enough, they will pop this right here. A lot of the time when you're bed fishing, you're just trying to get them mad. So it could take time to get them more and more angry until they finally inhale it. Bump them on the tail, bump them on the head sometime, jigging in front of them, and just sometimes, like I said, it could take up to 30 plus minutes just to get that one bass off that bed. So we got that one right there. And then I'll say like a Fluke soft plastic jerkbait. Here I got the Zoom Super Fluke. I really like these because the tail makes it so that it has a nice shimmy when you just let it fall. So I really recommend these right here. And they got more weight to them as well. Cast them farther. You can skip these pretty good. You could even bed fish with them. Just hop them on the bed and make it look like they're eating the eggs. Use that as a jerk bait on a bed, like I said. You can try different speeds. You can fish it fast, slow. The thing when you're fishing, you're just always trying to experiment and figure out the pattern. It's really the main thing when you're fishing. So don't ever be too lazy to try a new retrieve, a new lure, a new rig. Who knows what they'll like. Try a new color. The smallest thing. It's the small details that could really dictate whether you're going to be catching lots of fish or little fish. The most important thing is where you are fishing. If there's no fish where you're casting, I don't even gotta say the rest. And then for number 4, I will put the chatterbait, legendary chatterbait. Not just springtime, all the time. This thing right here is deadly, but springtime specifically. In that red color. They love red in the spring, guys. So look for that craw color. Got a little swim bait on the back just to add some more action to it. Maybe catch a few more eyes, But this thing right here will be great. It's also good for colored water, muddy water that's hard to see in. Because with these chatterbaits, that big blade there adds a whole bunch of vibration. So they don't even have to see it, they'll feel it. You can fish these very slow, just on the bottom. They'll just slowly just That's the thing with chatterbaits, you can fish them very slow. You could fish them fast, but I like to fish them pretty slow in the springtime there. Maybe along the bottom or slowly close to the bottom, and just let that vibration do its job and attract the fish, and they'll smack it, man. They love something. They probably love like the movement or something about these babies right here. So yeah, try that chatterbait out. And number 5, last but not least, just a little paddle tail swim bait or curly tail swim bait you can try out. Right here at this power bait dipping shad, no, drip swimmer. Power bait drip swimmer right there. Beautiful little white swim bait. I like these little white ones. They just, you know, replicate a lot of types of bait fish, and they're nice. This is a 4-inch one. This is just mostly matching the hatch right here. You know, they're stacking up on food after not eating all winter, so they see that little minnow flying by them, they're gonna pop that shit, man. I'm telling you, try these little paddle tail, little sleek designed ones, little 4-inch and smaller, and they're gonna go after it. You know, if they're hungry and they see that thing fly by them, or not even fly, if you can fish them slow in the spring, you know, it depends. If you got a fish that's lethargic and lazy, maybe go slow for him. Maybe there's one that's really hungry and just hunting for food, go fast for him. Try to mix it up. That's what fishing is all about, just finding the pattern, experimenting, exploring, and honing in to what the fish are, you know, biting for that day. And sometimes it could be a whole week they're biting something. Sometimes one day they're biting something, sometimes 1 hour they're biting something. You know, it's a game. That's fishing. That's the game of fishing. Just adapting and facing the challenges of what the fish's appetite is for that day, and figuring it out like a puzzle, and, you know, anything. So there you go. Try out a paddle tail like that, or a curly tail, so maybe a little 4-inch or smaller one. I recommend a white one. So that'll be my top 5 spring bass fishing baits of all time. Go give any of those a try. Maybe try all 5 in your springtime throughout the days. Give them a go. Maybe give one lure a try a day. You know, experiment and see which one you like or which one works best for you. And yeah, so I really appreciate y'all for tuning in to my first little informational fishing video. My other ones were just like little talking vids of what my channel is going to be about, but this is the actual first little fishing video somewhat. My next video, actually me and my friend are going to try to go out Sunday, and we're going to try to go for some carp over at the Mississippi River over here in downtown Minneapolis. So really appreciate y'all for watching me. Stay tuned for some, you know, live fishing action next time, you know, this upcoming Sunday. It's literally tomorrow, so we're gonna try to hit that spot, go catch some carp, maybe even see what basses are lurking out there. Bring our bass setups as well. And yes, stay tuned, guys. Love all y'all for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and have a nice day.